What's up, everybody? Zarreal here, and we have what I would like to call an E3 2017 predictions vlog. Well, it's not really a predictions. I guess you could say it's more like a hope vlog, or a vlog on what I feel they need to do at E3. Now, I'm not going to be going against every video game developer because I don't have any type of projections as to what they should do besides just, introduce new games and fresh new ideas. But the main three I'm going to be talking about are Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, especially Microsoft because they actually need the shit. I'm actually approaching like a large group of kids. I don't know if somebody got beat up or something. Well, it's just like a big fight or something over there. I don't know. Motherfuckers just gathered around. But yeah, what can I say? I don't know. I guess you could say I could start off with Nintendo. Well, matter of fact, let me start off with Sony, because I'm gonna go from the ones who need to do the least versus those that need to do the most. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. And right now, Sony, they're way ahead of the game. It's nothing that they really need to do. I mean, they got so many exclusives coming out and games that are coming out on the Xbox One are also coming out on the PS4. So it's nothing that they really need to do. Like, at all. I feel like they're set for whatever they need to do. Let me it's kind of crazy. Let me pause this before I can get by. Anyway, I don't know, something big happened down there. You see that crowd of kids down there? Can you see them? Yeah, you probably can't see them too good. Anyway, ignoring that, Sony doesn't really have anything to worry about. Sony is good. I'm assuming that the only thing they're going to really talk about really is the PS4 Pro and how it has 4K graphics. Like, I'm expecting them to speak on that. They may touch on the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, because I know that comes out, this week? Or, no, that comes out on the 20th. So, we got a little while before that game drops. So I'm pretty sure they can plug that in to get them sales. I know the new God of War is going to be talked about. That's kind of a gimme too. So, in a way, I'm kind of hoping they announce a new Assassin's Creed game, but that's more so of a video game developer. I'm pretty sure they're going to announce it on Sony's time slot as well too. So, not really worried about them. Sony has little to nothing to worry about with this E3. For the past two E3s, they've been killing it. They have been killing it. So, the least one I'm worried about, I would say, is Sony, because they really don't have anything left to prove. They're on the right track. They've been on the right track ever since the release of the PS4. And they've been doing pretty good. They've been picking up independent contractors that Microsoft dropped the ball on, and they're basically in a winning position. So if there was any award to who had the best E3 conference out of Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, I'm pretty sure Microsoft will win this for the third year in a row, because they've just been doing excellent. So I'm not worried about them. Now next we have Nintendo. Really, Nintendo, they don't really have much to worry about either, because when it comes to the Well, actually, now that I think about that, there were a couple things I need to worry about. Fix my headset. First thing is that they have to announce a solution to the Nintendo Switch screens breaking, like the little handheld screen for that Joy-Con, I think that's what it's called, or maybe that's the name of the joystick or whatever. And you know how there's a screen that connects between the two sticks, like the two joysticks. Oh my God, what the fuck is that smell? I wonder if that's that dead skunk that's around here. Oh my God, that's horrible. It's starting to clear up a little bit. I think I passed it up, but nevertheless, they need to come up with a solution or relieve people or give them some type of how can I say it? Like, they gotta put them at ease that either they're developing like a stronger glass for the screen or something that just won't break as easy. Because that's the problem with that. But other than that, it's only 3 games that they really gotta announce in order to take this, or at the very least, be in a safe spot. And what I mean by that is be in a good enough spot to where you're having people anticipating something. Make a new Yoshi's Adventure, make a new Kirby's Adventure, and last but not least, most definitely, they have to. And I mean, if they want to take this thing, or at least put themselves in a good position, they have to. They have to announce a new Smash Brothers. Not a remake from the Wii U or any past Smash Brothers remake or anything like that. Make a brand new Wii U for the Nintendo Switch. Just make a new. Just announce that you're working on a new one, and you know, that's pretty much what people got the Nintendo Switch for. Really, to play Zelda and to hopefully get their hands on the new Smash Brothers. So this is their opportunity to really show out. Make a new Smash Brothers, put the characters that people have been asking for to put in Smash Brothers all they want. Ain't nobody asked for Ryu. I don't know why the hell you put him in there. It was kind of fun to use, even though I never played it. He seemed like it was fun to use, but still. Like, I mean, pretty much, like, there's enough Street Fighter everything right now. There's enough Street Fighter everything right now. We don't need any more Street Fighter nothing. So no more Street Fighter in anything else. The rest of this year, for the first half of next year, no more Street Fighter anything. Unless it's a DLC character coming out for the Season 2 pass for Street Fighter 5. That's the only thing we want to hear about, you know. But I think all the characters from that Season Pass is going to be released this year anyway. But in the event that it doesn't, or there's some type of delay, let that be the only Street Fighter anything that we get. You know, we got Akuma in Tekken, we had Ryu in Smash Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, what else do we have? Like, we had a few other Street Fighter-esque things. You know, hell, even Eliza plays like a Street Fighter character in Tekken 7. So, like, I kid you not, she plays the same way that Akuma plays. That's how she plays. She has like the double EX meter bar, shit like that, and she has a dragon punch. She has a fucking fireball. You know what I'm saying? She's a fucking Shoto in Tekken. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really reading too much into that, but yeah, like, no more Street Fighter games. Just give us a Smash Brothers with characters that aren't duplicates. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would like to see the roster actually be filled up with a variety of characters instead of like different versions of the same character. Because they're basically doing the same shit any damn way. You know what I mean? I don't want to see Toon Link and then Link in the same damn game. Like, we got that multiple times. We don't need that again. Just give us one version of Link. You know. I understand you're trying to cater to every damn body, but it's the same fucking character. It's an easy cop-out. Don't do that. Give us a variety. A true variety. Like, no two characters play the same. Like, just give us something. You know what I mean? I understand the controls play the same, but give us a variety. make it an interesting Smash Brothers that people can actually get into. You know what I mean? I mean, Smash Brothers is already, you know, it's a game that's been around for decades. The series has been around for decades. It sells itself. So just give us Smash Brothers and you'll be afloat. Now, Microsoft is the one that really got something to prove at this E3 conference. They are the ones that have been dropping the ball time after time after time after time after time. And it's something that may be easier said than done as far as a solution. But this is what they need to do in order to make a comeback at this E3. Because I don't think they're beating Sony. And I had this strange feeling I don't even think they're going to end up beating Nintendo. But I bet they've been putting all their eggs in a basket and been thinking, you know, what can I do? What can we do at this E3 conference to at least show up and show out? So the main thing that they need to do is first thing they have to do, and this is the reason why they've been getting their butts kicked by Sony, and even in some cases, well, I don't think they've been losing in sales from, well, with Nintendo, but definitely it's always been a Microsoft-Sony type of battle at the E3 conference. Like Nintendo was just like that third wheel that, you know, okay, if they do something good, whatever, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like they're just there. But yeah, oh, another thing, Nintendo has to announce a new Mario Sunshine or new Mario, you know, one of those type of games too. Like that would help them out as well. But yeah, Microsoft, where they dropped the ball at years ago, a couple years ago, is they lost all their third-party developers. Well, not all of them, but they lost most of their third-party developers, and Sony picked them up. You know, like they lost a lot of their independent developers, which Sony picked up. And there's a lot of games on Sony that you're not going to get on Xbox One. However, there are a lot of games that are out on Xbox One. Damn near every game that came out on Xbox One this year was also released on PS4. So when you have a game, or you have a game system that has a release on two of the major platform consoles, that really gives you little to no incentive to buy another system. Pretty much other than bragging rights. The only thing Microsoft has going for them right now, in terms of exclusives, is that Killer Instinct game. That's it. Like, that's all. Literally, like no bullshit. That's all they have going for them is Killer Instinct. They're riding on that Killer Instinct wave to keep them afloat, and that's not working. Because I had plans on buying an Xbox One. A lot of you guys remember hearing me say that in multiple videos. But when you have the same game coming out on PS4, it puts little to no interest in investing money into a new game. You know what I'm saying? People can talk about, oh, graphics and everything. Fuck that. What is the gameplay like? That's the main thing. You can have a game that have pretty not so up-to-date graphics, and the gameplay will be phenomenal. And on the flip side of that is that if the gameplay is bad, but the graphics are good, you're still going to be left with a bad taste in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? More so than if the graphics were bad, but the gameplay was good. So that's the first thing they need to do. Microsoft they have got to get their hands on more Xbox One exclusive games. Just make that move. That's the first step in making a comeback. You have to get Xbox One exclusive games. I mean real games that are not, you know, when I say real games, I mean good games that people are actually going to be interested in, or they may see and not know that are coming out. And they might be like, oh, okay, well, that's an interesting game. I think I can see myself playing that. You know, get a game, get some games, get some contracts with some developers that can develop games that Sony can't get their hands on. Because that's where you're losing out, is the exclusives. You're losing out big time with the exclusives. If I can, you know, and I already said it before, you just need to get Xbox One that won't be coming out at all on PS4, or at the very least they'll be coming out like a year or two later. You know what I mean? Like that. Yeah, like a year or two later. My camera kind of glitched out a little bit, but also they need to, like, they gotta. I know they're relying on this Project Scorpio. That ain't gonna mean shit if there's no games that people want to buy. You know what I'm saying? It all goes back to the games. You have to. That's the main thing. Get console exclusives. It was one last thing on my mind. I can't think of it. Shit. It was a good point I had too. Oh well, I can't think about it now. I mean, oh yeah. So, the E3 conference is going to start on June 12th, and I think it's going to end on the 15th, if I'm not mistaken. But the main conferences I really want to try to get is Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. But what I'm planning on doing is doing a live stream and do like a live reaction and have the video playing in the background so you guys can hear it. That way I don't have to do any post E3 videos. So I'm trying to get that set up. So I got some time, but still, and I'm off on all 3 of those days. So on, you know, the 12th, the 13th, and the 14th. So I'll be able to get those. But the 15th may be kind of iffy, but most definitely I'm trying to work to get that taken care of. So that was my vlog on E3 2017, starting on June 12th and possibly ending on the 14th or 15th. But I plan on live streaming it, doing live reactions. And that's pretty much it, man. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys are ready to join me. And pay attention to my Twitter, which I do have in the video description. If not, you can find it on my channel in the banner. I'm getting things set up, so join me on the 12th for E3, and let's find out what they plan on doing.